Hello everyone and welcome to Food Review UK Versus. My name is Michael Jamieson and today we are doing a battle of the snack boxes. As you can see we've got Graze, Nibboxx and Earlybird. Now this was actually Nibboxx's idea for a video. I told them that we actually do a battling series, Food Review UK Versus, and they said they'd actually fund this, so thank you very much to Nibboxx for coming up with the idea and also funding it. They actually sent us this for free and Earlybird sent us one for free as well. So it was only Graze that we had to pay for in the end, just for your information. So I'm going to be looking at all the different considerations that one should have when ordering a snack box. First of all, taking away all kind of what do you get out of them, the cost. Graze is the cheapest at £3.99. Earlybird is the most expensive at £4.95. And Nibboxx is the most medium-ish at £4.69. So what have we got? Let's get to unboxing. Nibboxx. It's actually the biggest one and it's got a kind of cut out cove. Nice packaging there. We get a little leaflet. In this one we got white chocolate covered strawberries, cocoa glazed almonds, organic Nibboxx fudge brownie and dark chocolate covered ginger with all of the nutritional information. We've got an open packet. I don't mind, but it is a consideration. There's our cocoa almonds. Ooh, there's our brownies. It's 4 individual bits there. It's not an ungenerous portion at all. Wow, chocolate covered strawberries, they're massive. And finally chocolate covered ginger, again, very big portion. That's quite heavy. And there we go, there's the empty box. Next up we've got Graze, far lighter. We've got a bit of colour printing on the inside. And again, we've got a little leaflet. Again, telling us what we got. So in this one we got dark chocolate and cranberry and hazelnut toasts. That's these. I do like the design and logo on these guys. Pretty cool. We've got campfire s'mores. I will go into detail as to what is in these. We've got the Graze brownie. So we can do a battle of the brownies. And we've got the British barbecue, featuring those British flavours of rosemary and basil. Definitely not Italian. And there's the empty box. And finally we've got Earlybird. Have to say, in terms of packaging, Earlybird is the clear winner here. That is far more attractive than the other two. And in terms of inside, it's got a nice slip case. So actually the inside packaging is probably my favourite as well. Again, we got some leaflets. So in this one we've got nuts about Ella, cacao chia pud, chocolate chips and chestnuts by the fire. And we've got Darjeeling duck. So in Earlybird you actually get a tea in addition to your 4 snacks. There you go. In a nice little packaging as well. So really, really nicely put together. And I'm actually just going to show you the 4 snacks there. There you go. Okay, so next, how much product you get. I'm going to give last place to Graze. That's what you get. Not a bad amount, but just not massive. The packets for... Next up, Earlybird. The packets are exactly the same size, but you get the tea. So they're second. And the clear winner is Nibboxx. Taking into consideration their kind of awkward packaging with the little cutout, that is still that little cutout extra, really. And the size of them is massive. I mean, if you just compare, what's the most similar thing I've got to this? Probably that, I suppose. That's an Earlybird and that's a Nibboxx. Clearly much heavier, much more. First of all, let's do battle of the brownies. So in Earlybird I've got this chestnuts by the fire. That's the nearest thing to a brownie I've got in there. In Nibboxx I've got the Nibboxx brownie, and in Graze I've got the Graze brownie. Hashtag honesty, I have tried Graze brownies before, but to be honest I don't really remember it. It smells good. It smells rich and cocoa-y. Picking it up, it's very, very light and very moist. A very rich and rich cocoa flavour. I'd say it's more like a dense sponge texture. Not really like a normal brownie. It is really nice though. The nuts on top are quite soft, so they do add to the texture, but they're not so hard that you're not munching down through them. Really nice dark chocolate flavour. They're very good. Give them a very high 3 stars. Just talking about those individually. Next up, the Nibboxx brownie. As soon as you pick it up, it's still quite light, but it's got much more of a harder texture, so much more like an actual brownie. You can see the kind of texture you're dealing with there. Wow. I've got to say, I've had Nibboxx before, so I kind of know what to expect. However, this has surprised me. These are really nice. Very good brownie, actually. It's got classic brownie texture, dense, chewy. Yeah, not like a sponge at all, not like the Graze one. It's got chunks of chocolate in that you can actually bite down into. Love the texture. I much prefer the texture on these. And actually the flavour is, the Graze one was very dark and rich, like a dark chocolate. This is like a milk chocolate. It's sweeter and got a really milky flavour. I'm actually quite impressed by them. I'd give it 4 stars. It tastes a little bit like worse for you, if that makes sense. Like the Graze one, you can tell it tastes quite healthy. I think Nibboxx is still meant to be quite healthy. Right, and then this is Earlybird Chestnuts by the Fire. We've got raisins, chestnut bites, and hazelnuts. So I'm not the biggest fan of raisin. Let's try one of them. Very sweet, very, very sweet. Oh wow. Tastes slightly spiced, like cinnamon. Hazelnut. Just a nice pure nutty hazelnut. And then chestnut bite. I think that must be where the cinnamon flavour's coming from. It's lightly spiced. Tastes almost like a really dense, chocolatey. Tastes like a chocolatey, nutty, lightly spiced, almost like carrot cake brownie. Quite a good texture. Mixture between brownie, icing, and like a naked bar texture. Quite a good flavour, quite unique. I've never actually had chestnuts before. Got some in the cupboard actually from leftover from Christmas. Some glacé chestnuts, I think they are. That's quite nice. Really unique, nutty and spicy. Definitely tastes a lot healthier than the other two, I think. I'll give that 3 stars. So the winner of the brownie round is Nibboxx. Next up, I'm just going to try the other things generally. Just go through them. Got something really interesting here from Earlybird, the chocolate chips. This is kale flavoured with cacao and cinnamon. I'm going to save them for last because they sound really interesting. This is cacao chia pud, and it says just add water. I'm not actually going to add water, I'm just going to kind of stick my tongue in there. That's really good. Really good. You know what it's got in it? Got these little chewy bits. Really nice, rich milk chocolate flavour. It's got a real nice depth of flavour actually. Very, kind of got a cereal note to it, but then the underlying really powerful flavour of like cacao and chocolate. Really nice. Next up, Nuts About Ella is blanched hazelnuts, mulberries, and milk chocolate buttons. Right, so these are, I just had a hazelnut, so I'm actually not going to have one of them. This must be the mulberry. Looks like a green raspberry. I don't know how well you can see that, but what an odd thing. Oh, quite a perfumed product. Not too keen on that, to be honest. It's a bit like a slightly lemony lavender and like a grapey gooseberry kind of thing. Now chocolate bar. Deep. Almost got like a coconut flavour actually, weirdly. Gotta say, not my favourite. Finally, the chocolate chips. So this should be cacao and cinnamon flavour kale chip crisps, whatever. Really interesting if you can see that there. Smells quite odd, actually. This is really weird. Very crunchy. That's probably really healthy. Probably really good for you. I'm not going to lie, it's a bit strong. The kale tastes a bit like Brussels sprout. You can really taste the iron in it. I assume it's filled with iron. Not going to lie, can't taste the cacao or the cinnamon at all. Not sure about them. In terms of products, average of all of them, a 2 for me. I've actually reviewed Earlybird before, and all of the products were much better than that, to be honest. They have radically overhauled their whole range. There we go. Right, next up, Nibboxx. I've actually had the chocolate or cocoa covered almonds before, and they're amazing. When you go from Earlybird, which is very obviously health food, to Nibboxx, which, if they're healthy, they certainly don't taste it. They taste really good. I mean that as a compliment. If you want to pause the screen, you can see the nutritional information there. I don't know about nutrition, so I don't know how good this is for you. I'm not a nutritionalist. I'm not a nutritionalist. So, chocolate covered strawberries, or rather white chocolate covered strawberries. As I say, these are massive. Wow, smell really good. Just smell like normal white chocolate with a hint of fruitiness, hint of strawberry. Let's go for it. Not sure what the texture of the strawberry is going to be, by the way. Oh, wow. Very thick white chocolate. Good texture. Very creamy, very sweet. It's kind of texture is halfway between a soft strawberry and a freeze-dried strawberry, so it's not entirely firm. Not entirely chewy and soft either though. Very good. Very indulgent. Really good. I'm not the most massive fan of white chocolate. And particularly chocolate and fruit. That's really good. Tastes really good. Very indulgent. Is it sexist if I say that women would really like that? Definitely. Right, finally for the Nibboxx we got dark chocolate covered ginger. It sounded really interesting to me when I saw it online. Go for it. My dad would really like this, I think, actually. Wow. That is very powerfully flavoured. Got a little bit of heat to it. It is ginger. Really good texture as well. Inside the dark chocolate, which is quite nice as well, by the way, you've got a sweet glacé ginger. Really great texture because you can actually taste the sugar coated or the sugary ginger. If you know what I mean, you know how ginger texture is almost like almost a bit like a very hard fudge. Great texture, great flavour as well. Dark chocolate and ginger go together incredibly well. I'm actually really impressed with Nibboxx. Not just saying it because this is Nibboxx's idea. They've sent you them. Of course you're going to give it a good review. But those products all taste really good. And as I say, I'm not health conscious or health obsessed. I'm health conscious. I'm conscious of what health is. But I'm not health obsessed. I'm not like, protein, Those are all really good. Give them a low 4 stars. Overall. Finally, Graze. Have to say, these all look really good. I'm going to start off with the cranberry and hazelnut toasts with a rich cocoa dip. Ooh, look at this. We've got an opportunity for hashtag preview flavour here as we peel away this lid. Ooh, that is a very nice dip. Oh, what an interesting texture. These are bloody amazing. The texture, remarkable. You've got ultra crispy, very thin, like bread bites, or toast bites, whatever they are, with little chewy cranberries in, which is a really weird texture combination, and really good flavour as well. Very, almost slightly malty, like a malt loaf, but then with the rich sweetness of that chocolate dip. Those are bloody excellent. Next up, actually those might be quite potent. Next up we got campfire s'mores, milk chocolate and salted almond buttons, sponge drops and marshmallows. This is one of Graze's new products. And one thing that I really like about Graze is that they update their products very frequently and they've also got a really big range. Alright, chocolate drop. Nice. Sponge drop. Interesting texture. And marshmallow. Wow. Very nice. Chewy. That's really good actually. Really unique. And last but by no means least, the British... Oh wow. Holy crap, I just got the flavour of that marshmallow at the end. Really good. Last up, the British barbecue. This is basil baguettes, rosemary crostini, smoked almonds and seeds. Right, so rosemary crostini first of all. Basil sticks. Smoked almonds. And seeds. Lovely and salty. Great flavours, great combination of textures. And those herby bread things are delicious. Overall, I'm going to give Graze their products a very high 4 stars. So the winner of the actual food is Graze. Really good products. Funnily enough, I actually had a problem with both Earlybird and Graze, which I ordered through. Nibboxx was sorted for me through email. Earlybird. It's a unique situation because the first box that I got was a promotional box, so I didn't pay for it. But I went on their website, I logged in, and it said that I had a delivery scheduled for that week. But I didn't, because I've never bought it before, other than signing in. And there was no place to change my payment details, or my box details, so it was very frustrating. Had to contact them. Their customer service was excellent, and they followed or chased me up like twice to make sure that everything was all alright. And on top of that, Earlybird sent me a apology box. So, Earlybird smashed the customer service. Really fantastic. And they arrived first. Nibboxx arrived second, and Graze, the website experience was horrific, to be honest. I really like the kind of like bin it system that they've got. I think that works fine and that works well. However, when I went to order the box, I filled in my payment details, my card, and I clicked submit, buy a one-off box, and it just wiped my details with no error message. So I was like, what? So I checked my emails, make sure it definitely hadn't ordered, and then I tried to reorder. Again, wiped my details, so I was like, oh, God, frustrating. So I emailed them. Again, very good customer service. I got an email within 12 hours, within 12 to 18 hours. The guy that I spoke to explained that it was because the card details had already been used on a different account, and they don't allow that so that people can't use multiple promotion codes just setting up a different email or whatever. That's fine, and it's a good way to combat people who are going to get around that system. However, if you're gonna, like, I wasn't even using a promo code, I have to say. And if you're gonna do that, you need to get the error messages in place, because it was so frustrating. As a shopper, it was not only frustrating because I couldn't order the product, it was frustrating because I didn't even know if it had gone through. So there was the added worry of that. So I had to check my email and then go back on, re-enter the details. That's very frustrating. It's also stopping me from doing business with them. And it then wasted my time because I had to investigate it and they had to respond back. So it was a waste of both of our times for a very simple fix. They could have just put an error message on the website and I would have very happily used a different card, which is what I did as soon as I heard back. As I say though, the communication by email was fantastic. So no major qualms other than that initial big annoyance. So in terms of website, to be honest, all of them could be improved. I don't think any of them are mind-blowing. There you go. I'm not sure if I could really rank the experience because they're all slightly different for slightly different reasons because of the circumstances of the channel. So overall, I think I have to consider, if you're doing a snack box, I think the main considerations are cost, selection of products and quality of products. So cost. Nibboxx is really good because you get a lot for your money. Not a bad price at all, and you get a decent amount of food. Graze is the cheapest and you probably get the best food. So overall, I think I would say that Graze is the winner. Overall, I would give Graze a 4 stars. I'd give Nibboxx a 4 stars as well. And in these circumstances, overall, I would give Earlybird. You get a tea as well, so I didn't really dig the food as much, but you do get a tea and they came the quickest and their customer service was excellent. So I'd probably give Earlybird a low 3 stars. So there you have it, guys. They're all decent. I'd say that Nibboxx and Graze are both ahead of Earlybird, to be honest. If Earlybird can get a few more snacks in their range, just a lot more actually, then they'd probably be a bit better. But overall, I think all of them are good. None of them are terrible. Thank you very much for watching Food Review UK Versus. What are your thoughts of all of these companies? Let us know in the comments below and subscribe for more videos.